how to start the B1 bomber. There isn't any other video that I can find on how to get this thing started, so for anyone else who's been struggling, this is how you get this plane started, and then we'll go for a short flight. We're at a US base here in America, and we're just going to go for a 20-minute flight with an ILS route planned in already. So first thing we want to do is jump to this overhead panel and turn on the battery switch, which is here. 80 voltage coming up here. Next, switch these 3 generator switches on, and come across and switch on the 3 lights here. These are your exterior lights, and then you have your panel light, and if it's night time, it's all based here. Jumping across then, starting the APU, these 2 switches here, and you want to pull both switches either side. Start to hear that come to life now. Because of the noise, you pull that switch there, that closes the door on the outside, closes this up. So that's all shut up, and we want to open all these bleed valves here. So there's 4 switches, and then air source, there's just those 3 to turn on there. And that is this panel sorted. Next thing to do is to come along and switch on all of these fuel switches. Open these 2 to open as well, and then the fuel switches along the bottom here. They're your fuel pumps, along with your cross feed, which can be set to auto. Once you've sorted that, there's 3 extra switches which are like standby pumps, so we'll switch them on, and then we're ready to go to engine start. So switch this down for taxi, and then we're going to push first and 4th engine switches over. That will start the engines 1 and 4. Whilst waiting for them to come to life, we're going to turn the nose wheel turn on so we can turn the aircraft out and turn on the anti-skid. And you're watching here for the RPMs to come up. You've got your engine temp, power levels, core RPM, your fuel flow, oil pressure and oil quantity. So we've got stable fan RPM there, power level set to 1,500, engine temp, oil pressure are okay. We're going to come down now and start engines 2 and 3. Show you these from outside. We've started this engine here and this one here. We've started these already. So whilst we wait for them to come to life, I'm just going to show you a couple of things. So there is a toggle here which is automatic for the aircraft, and that will dictate if these wings are set out like this or whether they fold in. So when you're going subsonic, these will sort of curve back in, and I'll show you that whilst we're in flight. These engines are now stabilised out, so we can come above, turn off our APU. There we go, so turn them off. These two switches here go off. Next thing I like to do is you've got switches along here, so your FMS, maps. That will give us our route for today, so it's only a short flight. And we'll set our nav to nav 1 with the autopilot. There you go, nav 1. Our autopilot switches are here, so you get your autopilot switch on. We're going to want nav, and we're going to want altitude hold, which as you can see going green when we're selecting them. So when we switch autopilot on, that will go green, but we don't want that yet. Flight director switch can go on, give us our waypoint. We're ready to go. So we won't need flaps for takeoff, you just need them for landing. Flaps go to half and then full, and they are set here. Nice long runway for us then. So we'll join on here. Run a runway, line ourselves up, apply the brake, then you want to set your power level 60% RPM, release the brakes and then onto full power, looking for around 150 before we start to rotate. Just wait for that now. Here 150, so I'm slightly to rotate the plane back. We're up to 12 degrees climb, positive rate gear can go up. Climb up to 10,000 and engage the autopilot on this one.